on his own 41-yard line. Back deep to receive for the Cardinals is number 23, Kevin Cafoy, and he's going to...
The reason why they put a couple touchdowns on the board was more mistakes, okay, and penalties than it was our poor defense. So if we can play like we did last week defensively, you know, we should be all right.
Menor starts out in the I formation. Their quarterback is number 14, Dan Galovic. He hands off right up the middle to the fullback, number 49, Gray Huss. But he doesn't get much, about 2.5 on the carry. Falcons hold pretty good on that first down play. On the stop there for Falcons was a mid-3 TNT, and Burridge is talking on push. So the Menor Cardinals now face a second down and 7 ball racing now to their own 16-yard line. One back behind the quarterback, Galovic. He's going to roll out and throw his first pass, and good pressure there, but no good in order of putting Galovic down, so the pass is complete. And it's going to pick up maybe 4 on the play, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 3.5. Number 22 for Falcons, Rob Tippel was on that coverage.
We did a nice job there, too, defensively. It's just, again, for execution. We did a nice job containing the play there and didn't miss the tackle, Kevin. We were there, but we should have been a loss and ended up with about a yard or 2 gain.
So the Cardinals have long 2 here for 1st down, and they're going to have close to the yardage to see where the official park the ball, but they may have their first down this evening. And yes, they do. That will be a first down for the Cardinals. So they're able, with their 3 downs on, to reduce 10 yards. They only gain 3 on each play, or a little more than 3, of course, in the 10 yards, but they mount a nice 5.
Yeah, got themselves out of a hole there early in the ball game, Kevin, and of course they've got a little bit of momentum now. We got to stop them now so they do have to kick. We get some decent field position.
Menor now on their own 25-yard line. Galovic hands off to this side. That's number 26 the ball here with back Ryan Berry. And he's going to be stopped by number 29 Chuck Campbell, number 53 for the Falcons, Tulsa Marja. Also in on that stop, number 8 Don Howells. Pick up a 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7. They're an official timeout on the field. They're going to be in equipment check down there. Now go to Concrano. And some message.
Once again, we'd like to thank so very much for underwriting this game, Mr. Bob Sen and the Sen Photography and Kamar Jewelry. Once again this year they sponsor these games and some of our basketball games, and we invite other community businesses to join the crowd.
That's number 38 on carry right there, Jeff Potts. He's right up the middle. He's stopped by the middle again, Burton Polish and Chuck. And he's going to get only about 1 on the play, so it'll be a 3rd down and long passing situation, and they've shown that they can pass the Menor.
Yeah, that was one thing they did last year, Kevin. I think you recall, you know, they did throw the ball quite well against. They had a lot of trouble trying to move it on the ground, but when they did move the ball, it was to the air.
Blown back behind Galovic. That's Austin Ocean, and he's going to roll out to his right, and he has crossed the door, but he's going to be stopped quickly. Good play there by the Falcon defense. Defenders in on that top is number 8 Don Hauser, also emerging from the pile up number 73 at the shot. So the Falcons are able to stop the Cardinals on their first drop.
Yeah, that was a little bit better defense there, okay. We did some tackling. Yeah, we did a better job of hitting than we did in those first three plays from the line of scrimmage.
This will be the punt by number 85. Weston bobbles the ball. He still hasn't got it, and he finds no, he doesn't have it. And Chuck Weston keeps our blood pressure high there for a couple minutes. He's following the ball, trying to get up on the run. But in the end, the Falcons do retain possession, and they'll have to start their second drive on their own 26-yard line.
It resembled soccer match for a while, Kev. They just couldn't quite the handle on it. Threw it for a couple yards, kicked it a couple more yards, and finally, I don't really think it was Weston that fell on it.
It was.
I know that I seen another white jersey coming in there.
Chuck made it a bit scary for us up here in the booth, and the rest of the fans here who traveled up to Menor tonight. Fletcher with just got this side of the field wide. When in motion, the handoff going to be to Connor. He has an opening, and he's able to get good yards on that carry. I think he'll pick up a first down, about 11 yards on that attempt. So Falcons opened this drive with a nice long run by Al Connor.
They ran some motion there and ran some kind of a quick trap counter at the middle, Kevin. That's probably one of our better offensive plays, I think. You know, whenever we run the misdirection and counter plays, it always seem to execute those quite well. And those take a lot of timing.
And getting a lot of support from that front line up there. Howler, Polish, Mattolaglino, Samarja, and Renzo. And that's good blocking on that offensive line with Falcons. Second first down at 10. Weston has an opening, and his speed and the ability getting him out close to another first down. And he'll gain just about 10 yards on the play. So Falcons now beating the roll.
So there's still question the blocking at the point of where they want to break the line is phenomenal. The guards are pulling, everyone's hitting somebody, and that hole opens up quickly.
It looked like this game was going to turn into a defensive struggle after the first series, and last year was just basically that. As I mentioned earlier, the Falcons only lost by 3 points, a lone field goal to the Men Cardinals. But right now, the Falcons' offense is live and humming. First down 10, Falcons still in their own territory, ball at the 49-yard line. But their hands up to Marekovic, and he had an opening, and he's across the 40-yard line in Men territory down to the 30. Marekovic was leading rusher for the Falcons last week in their victory against Jane.
Yeah, it's a good point, Kenny, because what we're doing now, kind of controlling the line of scrimmage, and I think really it's kind of a feeling out process that first series of downs, and I think now we know pretty much what they're going to try and do defensively, and we're going to attack the particular setup that they have.
So the Falcons have first down and 10, 3:33 remaining in the first period. Connor in motion. A penalty flag goes up. Wilson gets completion from Fletcher, and he's all the way down inside 20-yard line, all the way to the Men 15-yard line. But I think the flag will make that null and void here. Yeah, this was a problem we had in the second half against Cheney. We played down air free first half, and all of a sudden in the second half we come back and look like, it was the first ball game of the year. And of course now there's a big play that's going to be null and void, as you said, Kevin. And we're going to have to go, what, 1st and 15 now. Yeah, it will be against Falcons, the lead motion. That pass right there, that Bruce yards, and that play was the one in which Chuck Wesson scored last week on a Derek Fisher 13-yard hookup. And what we'll see already, too, is we're starting to go inside, outside, we're throwing the ball, and, as usual, we're a tough team to defense. And we can get things on like we have. We're starting to hurt them in the middle, and you can see they tried to make some adjustments up. Got right away. We had a nice call. We went outside with a little flat pass, and I think we'll get things going. I think we're going to put a score on the board this time. Falcons have really been able to mix up last week and right now, and the amount of people who carry the ball is surprising. And we have everyone touching the ball, and so far it's even the same has been going on. Rakic, Weston, and Connor have been running well, and Fletcher himself has been doing a good job too. First down and 15, that ball resting on the Cardinals' 44-yard line. Weston on the counter, he had the opening and he has some speed, and he's going to quickly make up that lost 5 yards plus 10 more, and he's right there, the first down marker. And we pointed earlier that again has been an effective play for us, and twice now this ball game we've began it with that little inside counter, and as I said, I still feel kind of confident now because it seems like we are kind of in charge, control things in front. What surprises me is that we're really doing a number on their linemen, yet the linebackers are laying back almost 4 or 5 yards from the line, the actual line of scrimmage. Most people who defend against us, those men have a little bit of slump, do a little dealing with them, and they're just laying back waiting to keep past the line of scrimmage. That seems to be the case because the Falcons have been moving the ball, moving it quite well. The officials measured, and the Falcons are shy of first down yards. Now the Men Cardinals will take a timeout with 3:04 remaining in the first period. That's an interesting call by the Men Cardinals. Falcons will have second and short though right after that. From the fine folks at Kamara Jeweler, we'd like to wish good luck to our football team, the entire season, also to the fans. And a little message from Kamara Jeweler. Hard-carved glass rings have a very special promotion right now on all high school glass rings. Tomorrow can make the Austintown Fitch glass rings or any rings from our area. They offer a special savings on the 13-karat gold rings and design series rings in Solarium. Price starts as low as $77.95. So if you would stop in one of the Kamara Jewelers locations, 64 Borden Poland Road, 1010 5th Street in Springs, or just around the corner, Kamara Jewelers at 3675 South Meridian Road in Corningsburg. Kevin, I think really probably is a good, kind of odd situation, second and one, but I think they decided, hey, we haven't stopped them last 3 or 4 times they've run the ball. We better make some kind of an adjustment now, before they put 6 on the board. See if they can do just that. Fletcher's going to throw the ball. He goes down to the Togo, but he is not open. And Fletcher's able to keep going. He gets the first down in and go 11 yards more. So now the Falcons are inside 15-yard line, or just at the 15-yard line. Again, they're showing balance again. We're inside, we're outside, and it really, when we get things going, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense because we're on out here, we're running those counters in directions. We're going to run play action, spread outs with the quarterback. So, we really attack, all different areas of your defense. Fletch did a nice job here reading the coverage. Secondary coverage to Rod up to really well, and so Fletch chose run and he picked up good yardage. And now to Connor, he had the end zone in sight, but he's still about 8 yards shy, so he'll cut about 6 on the carry. Bring up second down 4. One thing's going to happen, Kevin. We're either going to get a first down and get inside that 5-yard line, or we're going to score a touchdown. I don't foresee us anyways going first and goal to go from that 9-yard line, where we always seem to have a lot of problems, as do to a lot of other football teams. Falcons are really moving the ball well. I just hope that as time progresses here, we get in third and fourth quarter, that we don't see a repeat of last week's game, because right now they are showing the finesse that they showed last week. Second down and about 3.5. Handoff is to Marakovic, and he stumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line and bring up a first down and goal-to-go situation for the Falcons.
I think it could be more devastating on the road, Kevin. Last week, at least we had the majority of those people were our fans back home, and I think they did carry us through that second half. But up here, I think if we get behind like that and play that kind of football, I don't think we have the moral support. I think it might bring us out of a tailspin like that, and it could be, as I said, more devastating up here.
That's good. We are on the road, and we're on a far way on the road. Traveled a long time to get here, and I'm sure the players are fatigued. Fletch hands off to Marakovic, but stops at the line of scrimmage quick, so he's going to get no gain on the play, bring up second down and goal go. Falcons need 3 yards to put in for 6.
I think you might see us again go for that Barry Fletcher on the outside with the option of running or passing. Kevin, let's see what happens. Had the folks at home had to do a little bit of coaching again.
That tackle of Derek Fletcher pulling out was expected for 14 points last week. He had a 13-yard connection, a 4-yard one, and he ran in 2-point conversion himself on this play. So we'll see if John, you got the call right now. 2 tight ends for the Falcons. Hand off his to number 34, Connery. And he crossed the point, the goal underneath the 5, so Al Connery puts the first points of the ball game on board. 45 seconds remaining in the first half.
That was going to be the next play, Kevin. We didn't make it on that one. If we didn't score on that one, we were going to run that Ogden pass run with Derek outside.
So the Falcons almost a whole quarter here, but they did put the ball in. Right now, kicking number 14, Jeff Wilkins. It's back from an injury. He kicked last week, his first kick of the season. And it's the first successful kick he put in the extra point. So the Falcons now lead by a score of 7-0 over the Menor Cardinals.
Now that's what you call ball control. Falcons 9 plays to go 73 yards. In the process of that, they got 1 penalty that set the back for about 5 yards. And they came back that way. So actually, it was 78 yards to get into that ball. If the Cardinals don't do something to adjust, the Falcons are just going to run them to death.
So Jeff Wilkins will also be king off. Matt Marakovic did the chores last week, but Wilkins is back and healthy, and he'll be doing the king off for the Falcons this evening. Keep the receive for the Cardinals, number 38, number 22, and number 25. That is Jeff Cost, Casey Lackey, and Dennis Lauterbeck. Wilkins, a nice high kick, is going to take the Cardinal back inside his 5-yard line. He has some room, and he's out to about the 30-yard line. Number 8, Don Hauser, on the stop for the Falcons. The Cardinals will start on their own second position with 39 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah, good job by the special teams. Last week they performed quite well, with the exception of the one bad punt snap over the punter's head. But again, here we hold them just inside the 30-yard line. But I'm sure, Coach Hartman and the defensive staff is very well pleased with that field position because they're still pretty deep in their own territory.
What usually happens on the kickoff is you have such a good kick, it takes a while for the cover to get down there, so they've just about evened it up by stopping on the 30-yard line. A handoff, and they were fumble on the play, and the Falcons have recovered, so they get big quickly after they score. We'll try to recover that ball. That's number 63, Jim Galino, inside linebacker.
And let's see what we do offensively here, Kevin. Let's see if Coach Hartman decides to gamble a little bit, maybe go a little play action up top, and see if we can get a quick score, if they're just going to stick with ground game that we used successfully last time.
The Falcons had back-to-back scores last week against Cheney after John Pulsch intercepted a pass and returned all the way down to the Cowboys' 3-yard line. So Jeff Galino has a turnover for the Falcons here. He recovered that fumble. The Falcons will start on the Cardinals' 37-yard line. 33-yard line. It's counter-trapped to Weston, and he has him open, and he'll go. He fumbles the ball, but I think he was able to recover it again. And that's the first step for the Falcons. Chuck Weston having a little trouble tonight holding on to the big kid.
A little bit of Western oil, I guess, tonight. A little bit slippery there for Chuck. Of course, he's trying to do, he's doing a great job there in the open field, changing direction. I think he's trying to change hands, too, with the football, and I think that's the reason why he's having a problem holding on to it.
After that Weston remark, John, we might hear your last name is Madden, but no, it is John, or can we hear, or here in Menor. Let's return once again to Ken Crandall, and he'll talk about something that's very important to the Austintown school system and the Austintown community in general, and that's the upcoming Austintown local school tax levy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fact the Austintown schools are in very great need of funds. For the first time in 15 years, our school system has borrowed money to meet its financial obligation. The Austintown schools are the finest public education systems in the state of Ohio. We want to keep it that way. What we need is friends of education. We should be a little selfish. Keep in mind the schools help keep up property values and bring people into our community. We have fine schools. We don't want anything but the very fine schools. So in November, be a friend of education and vote for the school levy.
Falcons open second period, starting on the Cardinal 21-yard line. They're up by 7 points, so 7-0. Fletcher's quarterback, Marakovic and Weston behind him. Handoff is to Mrekovic. He fights forward for about 3 yards. So that'll bring us third down. It's first and 10, so it'll bring second down and 7.
Had kind of tried to feel us at that time. I think he had ran like a typical fullback that time. He'd have probably picked up for 5 more yards, but thought he'd maybe, I guess, pick it back to the outside there, and Menor did a good job of getting the football.
Once again, got to give credit where credit's due, and that's the offensive line for the Falcons doing a good job out there kind of opening the hole for the back. That's Don Hauser, John Bush, Trent Mathel, Jeff Gomino, Todd Marta, Tony Lorenz, and also Jamie Fitzpatrick is in. Handoff is to number 30, Connor, and one hand away for another score for Al Connor tonight, but he'll be able to get about 15 yards on carry.
You know, like Don said and Kevin said, the offensive line, watch them. In unison, they go off that ball so rapidly. They have the men Cardinals taking that first step backwards every play.
And of course, you could see who's making the majority of the tackles for Menor as the defensive back. You know, our backs are getting our backs into the secondary, and of course, you know, that only means that they're getting they're doing an outstanding job up front, those down line.
The Falcons now have first down, go, ball resting on the 7-yard line. Handoff is to Mrekovic. He saw quickly at the line of scrimmage. So it'll bring up second down and 7, goal to go.
Well, again, I think we'll get a first down without scoring a touchdown, Kevin. So, you know, pick up the first down here. You know, we're in pretty decent shape because we'll have about 4 downs again to pick up 5 yards. Of course, it'd be nice to pick up 6 here. Don't have to worry about it, right?
I wonder why the flag man should not have that flag down. It should indicate that it has to go to the end zone. He has it down, and it can get first down before you get to the end zone.
Fletcher rolls out, and there's a flag probably against offensive line Falcons, and he overthrows in the end zone as number 35, Jason Kusa, but I think with a holding call, it's one of our Falcon press, probably one of the guards on their holding guard blocking assignments. So that's going to put Falcons back, and they're going to be faced now with second down and goal to go, but an extra 10 yards tacked onto that.
You're right. I think they called somebody that pulled it. Looked like one guard, Kevin, got there and hooked somebody. You know, that I could see the number. Of course, we could care less about it was. That, I think, is the call was. Of course, it's a big one at this point in the game. It's going to put it back about 15 yards.
Because I'm watching their feet. It seems to be a little slippery there. Our guards pulling out, they're almost getting angry with themselves because they're losing their footing. And that's exactly what happened there. One of our guards lost his footing, couldn't get in front of him, and he reached out and grabbed one of the defenders.
Offensive holding is a call, and pulling guard is one of the hardest jobs because you do have to make a tough block. You got to make it on the move, and you got to be able to do it cleanly and effectively because the officials are right there watching you, and it's easy to slip up. And that'd be a slip up there would cost Falcons 10 yards. So now they are faced with second down and 16 with a goal-go situation. Hand off to Wesson, and he has an opening.
You're right, Kevin, just slipped in. You know, I don't know what the grass is that, you know, that low, and you might be getting a little bit of dirt or moisture on the ground now, but he had problems there.
The field conditions are taking their toll here on this drive. Wesson's able to pick up about 5 on the play, so it'll bring up third down, and 11, a goal to go. Jeff Scott, number 10, wide out to this side of the field, blown back is Mrekovic. We have all of them received now to the side of the field, and that's where Fletcher's going to roll out to. He's don't throw there because we're on cross line scrimmage. And it'll be a face mask call. As you can see there, I wasn't doing play-by-play. I was assisting there. I don't think he really
I thought you were coaching there for a minute. Or maybe a spectator.
Forgot where I was, but that'll be a face mask against the Cardinals. That was an interesting slip up there on my part. But that'll go with, I think, 5-yard and automatic first down.
That's what Kevin was going to throw the ball. It looked like Albert was up and right away there in the flat. You know, he was the man that came across in motion, but I think Derek must have been looking down, you know, a little deeper in the end zone. Didn't see him right away. And then I think we did look back, and you made a good point. Don't throw it now because one out there in the flat, and they pick it up, and we got 6 out of the way.
A face mask.
Not automatic. Apparently it's not automatic first down, Kevin.
An intentional face mask now, I think, with an accidental face mask is only 5 yards. An intentional face mask is 15 yards and an automatic first down. So the Falcons do gain some on that. They're now faced with 3rd and 4.
This is where the offense is a little cheated because they didn't give us the whole 10 yards because it's after distance of the goal.
Jeff's got the wide out first side of the field once again, low back Mrekovic. It looks like we're setting up rollout pass, and Fletcher is looking for that, and he's going to go himself, and he's over into the end zone for a score. So Derek Fletcher puts it in from 4 yards out with 51 remaining in the second period.
As we pointed out last week, you know, we do this with our offense and the type of athlete Derek is. Kevin Cannon, just like having a fifth running back there. You know, he does an excellent job, as we pointed out before, with that ball control type pass, you know, the medium range type pass. You know, it sure is nice to have a guy back there, you know, that can run just like tailback.
I'll tell you the other thing is that Derek seems to know where he is all the time, too, because he was duking one side or the other, and all of a sudden got hit line and dove over.
Jeff Hogan just put another PAT through the uprights, his second of the evening, and the score now stands at Austintown Fitch Falcons 14, the Menor Cardinals 0.
It's nice to see us overcome some obstacles there. Hanging on those obstacles were in the form of penalty that time, and we don't like to see those too often because that's usually will drive as much as anything else. You get something going, especially those 15-yard penalties, and it's nice to see us again. It's a good football team. We come back and put some points on the board.
We have a message from our other sponsor, Robertson Studio Photography. To all the 1989 seniors, the yearbook deadlines are approaching quickly, so call Robertson Studio Day to schedule your appointment. The numbers are 799-2015 and 793-0732.
Wilkins, the kicker, he has another high one. This one will take number 30 back to the 10-yard line, Jeff Cross. He is pursued there by the Falcons and stopped by number 31. That's Mike Zockel. Also, number 87, Matt Slurry. So the Cardinals will start their third drive tonight on their own 28-yard line.
That's a very effective kick. You know, he's something you don't really see too often on a high school level. He's getting, the ball pretty high. It's giving our people time to get down there, and again, we stopped him inside the 30-yard.
At the point after, he almost kicked the ball out of the football field. That'd be totally out.
So Jeff Wilkins is back from an injury, but he's not hurt by it because he's kicking strong tight. A screen pass flag in the air. It's going to be against the offense. And now there's a flag after, so we may have a penalty right there against the defense. Matt McAfee, number 48 on the stop.
Yeah, go ahead, Kim.
Probably looking at offsetting penalties.
I believe we have a personal foul and either a motion or holding it back of the offense, so it should be offsetting.
So they're both against the Falcons, and the Cardinals will take the personal foul. Well, both penalties were against the Falcons, and the one that will be assessed the personal foul because it will cost the Falcons 15 yards.
You don't see the first penalty that much. That illegal substitution on the Falcons. That someone came in either too late or didn't check in or something of this sort, and the official called. Now, what bothers me about that is the illegal substitution call was made well after the play started. But I don't know how you can tell that it was illegally substituted at that point. It should have been, at the very first snap of the deflection of the ball.
Well, nonetheless, the Cardinals now start in Falcon territory, their first encroachment to that territory this evening. Number 33 is the ball carrier. That is Jason Farrell, his first carry of the evening. He'll get 5 yards on the play.
For those who might be a little bit confused, one was a live ball foul and the other was a dead ball foul. So that is the reason why, they must have both penalties. Something that you don't really see that often.
But if it was a dead ball foul on them trying to have stopped the play.
The dead ball foul was after he was hit out of bounds.
I see.
See, the ball was, that was personal. So this is the reason why he got 120 yards of penalty. It seemed that way, didn't it? It marched off about 30 yards there. So we just got to buckle up here and, defense has to stiffen. Of course, keep off the board here.
Well, that was gain of only one on that play with number 53 Todd Marge on the stop for the Falcons. So Falcons may be able to recover after that long string of penalties. And once again, it's that same flare-out pass, but it's going to come close first 10 yards. It'll be official marking to determine exactly if they have it.
And they're just letting zone over here. Now they're running some motion and just running a little flare pass and really putting some pressure on our corner people or outside people. We're either going to have to come up or make some other kind of adjustment here defensively this awful.
That was some RJ Gannon on the stop, also number 35 Jason Hosa. The officials bring the chains out for measurement. Once again, go to King Correa.
This important announcement from the athletic department. The tickets for the game Cardinal Mooney will go on sale for season ticket holders for 6 p.m., 7 p.m. on Wednesday at South Circle Ticket Office. The general public may purchase tickets from 7 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday and 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday. There will be spectator buses available with a cost of $1 per ticket to get on the bus. So remember that Wednesday and Thursday, the tickets go on sale for the Cardinal Mooney game next week at Youngstown State University.
First down and 10 for the Cardinals, lone back behind Gaelic, the quarterback. He's going to roll out, looking downfield. He has a receiver, but his receiver's going to gain nothing. And a good play there. That hit was pretty sweet out there on the field. Let's see who made that.
That one, the linebacker's catch.
It was number 80, Don Hauser. Throw the Falcon there on that stop. Number 57, that was Leonard Tote. And also Richard Chalkin on that stop. So that'll bring a pick of about 1 on the play, second down and 9. Gaelic has all his receivers to this side of the field. Gallup. And he has number 35 on that reception. That's J.D. Mott, and that's good enough first down yardage. So see a new Cardinal team.
That's a similar play we had trouble stopping last year. And remember, we mentioned the fact they did, or were able to throw the ball with some success against us. And they're just flooding the zone out here, and they're picking a team in between the inside and outside linebackers, and right now having some success with it.
So now the Cardinals first down and 10 ball on Falcons 25-yard line. Galvic again has number 35, but it's over his reach. Number 22, Ross Hope on the coverage of the Falcons and complete second down.
That time, we put one of our linebackers. He's just 1 second too slow for stopping a quarterback. It looks like we're going to have to do something like that or try to get some penetration. Give him a little trouble in the backfield.
So that'll bring up a second down. One wide out to this side of the field. It's going to be Gallic on the keeper. He throws the ball. He had 2 open receivers, but he overthrew it thanks to pressure by number 8, Don Howler, number 59, Mike Conley, and also number 73, Rich Chalk. Speaking of our defenders out there, I can get a chance to read off who's on the field. And we have out on the field right now for defense is tackles Rich Chalk and John Bullish, Nose and Burton. Our inside linebackers are Don Helzer and Matt Marakovich, also number 63, Jeff Galino out there. Outside linebackers, Matt Starry and Todd Marja, and secondary round out with Hamill, Toffel, Powell, and Fletcher. There's a complete pass to number 49. That's Greg Hutt. He has good yardage for a first down, and he's inside the 10-yard line of the Falcons.
Yeah, good call on there because the call was wrong. The linebackers first probably had their quarterback conscious because he's been running that whole sprint out of rollout, and here they get by him. There was nobody else at the secondary, and they were able to pick up the first down.
The Falcons have been able to put 49 unanswered points on the board, but unlike Chaylask, who did respawn, Cardinals look like they're going to spawn right now. A timeout for the Cardinals with 5:09 remaining in the first half.
Now to all of our Falcon followers, don't forget on Tuesday at 7:30 in the Fitch cafeteria, the Touchdown Club meets. You come in and see film, the previous week's games, and hear Coach Harton's comments. Coffee and donuts are also available. The public is welcome. No membership fee is required at all. Just come on in, join in the fun of seeing the game films, listening to Coach Harton's comments, and other refreshments. Now that's every Tuesday at 7:30 in the Fitch cafeteria. A reminder that this is a rebroadcast of the football game. It's a product of the Austintown High School television production class in cooperation with the Austintown School Board, the Austintown Trustees, and the Armstrong Cable Company.
I think I got my voice back now. 5:09 remaining in the first half. Number 14, Galvic, had 2 wideouts this side of the field. He changed the formation. Falcon shift in coordinates. Going to be an illegal motion probably against the Cardinals, and the pass is incomplete. On the coverage today for the Falcons is number 1, Taro Palick, and number 9, Derek Fletcher.
And they're going to stick with that. The game plan, I guess, that they have guys. So, they're just really picking on, the flat area right now. The thing is, you have to be careful. You always break some people up. You do that, and if you got a halfway decent quarterback, you're going to find somebody behind everybody get an easy touchdown on you. So, you're kind of in the middle of it. Puts a lot of pressure on you defensively, and I'm sure we're trying to do whatever we feel, possible to try and thwart that right now.
It's ironic what the Cardinals being successful with right now is what we're usually successful with, and that is a roll-out pass. And like you said, it's hard for the secondary to cover that. So the Falcons will decline the illegal motion penalty, bring up second down and 10 ball resting on the 11-yard line.
What do you think, John? Should we have declined? I like to put you on spot.
Well, it makes it second long, third long, and I don't think it's much different, it makes much of a difference either being on 10 or 15-yard line. Can they just take down away from
Galvic is good pressure, and the ball's almost kicked off there by number 29, I think, Chuck Campbell on the coverage. That was good pressure also by number 50 for the Falcons, Todd Marja, and Galvic released the ball quick, so that brings up third down long, and as you said, John, third down and long now, so that was a good idea to decline the penalty.
I agree with them. I was taking it down away from them down there. I think maybe they've been down inside the 5, but it was different, but since they were out on the 10 area, they had to go at least 10 yards down here. See what happens is that old field shrink. The most effective plays are passes, so now we're going to give them less room to really throw the ball, run the pattern.
So third down and 10, ball resting the Falcons, 11-yard line. Cardinals have all their receivers. A mix-up, that's going to hurt them, but they have a 2-down on the left. Well, that was number 85 on that touchdown reception, Joe Trax, and he had 6 points for the Met Cardinals with 4:52 remaining in the second period.
And they're doing an excellent job running the route there. guys, and really, I give all the credit to the quarterback because he's got at least 3 and sometimes 4 receivers up there, and it seems like he's picking the open one. Of course, that's the toughest pass to try and stop is that little 18-yarder.
The PAT attempt is blocked, and that's going to end play there because you can't advance a PAT fumble the opposing defense can. So that'll be an unsuccessful point after the Cardinals. So they'll only get 6 points out of the drive, and the Falcons now have an 8-point lead.
Well, I noticed before, if you look at every one of their punts or kicks, they do it quickly. They run real fast, try to get the defense off guard, and that time worked against them for that point after. The last on the touchdown play, with all the motion coming to the right. Unfortunately for that split second, and it's a guess game, so a game of split second, the cornerback and safety took their eyes off of the tight end, and he came through and couldn't fill him. And I'll tell you what, we lose a lot of height there between the tight end and our defensive halfback.
It looked like we had the quarterback stuff there too for a second. That's happened too. So you relax her a little bit back there, and boom, all of a sudden, somebody comes open, and quarterback last hit a heck of a job and found him open.
So Powell feels the kickoff on his own 15-yard line, and he powers forward to the 3rd, so that's a Falcons start. The tight end on a reception there, he was 4th receiver out there. He was basically backup, and Gallup, the quarterback, did a good job reading that he was in trouble, and that his other 3 receivers were nowhere to be found. So he dumped it off to the tight end, and you can't ask for a more successful tip-off, 6 points.
Yeah, he's been impressive, Kevin. He's done a nice job.
So the Falcons now have to maintain the intensity they did on their scoring drives. And once again, like last week on John Polish's interception, the going fumble recovery has aided the Falcons. Otherwise, it would be a lot closer ball game.
And we've got, what, about 4.5 minutes to go, about 70 yards, and it would be nice to put some more on what we did. We put 2 touchdowns on within almost in the middle last week, so I think we'll be able to get 1 about 4 here.
That was Weston on the carry. He picks up about 5 yards to bring up 2nd down and 5 with 4:07 remaining in the first half. 4:07 not a lot in high school football game, so Dave Hartman and his offense auto have to think about putting the ball up in the air. Weston picked up about 4, but he'll be shy about half yard of the first down marker.
Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin, because sometimes, you get carried away with college and professional football. Sometimes, especially professional football, there might be 38 seconds to go, and they're down on their own 15, and they might run 7 or 8 plays off, but they do throw the ball more often with most high school teams, and that's why you can't score in a short period of time on that level.
Handoff is to Conant on the counter, and he'd get enough for first down yards. He's all the way out to the Falcons' 37-yard line, and a pickup of 10.
And what I'd like to see here is break one of those 20, 25 yards and get down there. Kevin, we're down again almost 3 minutes, and if we don't do that, I think it's going to be difficult. I don't think we'll be able to go 5 or 6 yards a crack and get it. We're going to have to get one sizable gain in here, I think, if we want to score.
Lone back is Rakovich. Tofel wide this side. Fletcher's going to put the ball up in the air. And he has over the middle Chuck Weston, but it's right across his hand. Once again, it looks like the field condition took a part in that incomplete pass. Weston, when he went back for the ball was still slightly behind him. He slipped, and so that's an incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 10. A penalty flag is down, though. And a legal receiver downfield against the Falcons, so that moves them back and also put a kink in this drive.
And of course, that's going to be even more difficult because it's going to be a big one.
And we haven't shown any really long distance passing, either scrimmage or in last week's game against Cheney. Of course, we really didn't have ball too much for long pass.
Cardinal will decline and bring up 2nd down and 10. Interesting on our passing. What happened there, I think, is like on play with Derek Fletcher pulled up on that last fucking scoring drive. What happened is one of the guards probably pulled ahead of Derek Fletcher, whereas they have to stay behind the line of scrimmage. And so with rollout passes the Falcons do, it sets up possibility of an illegal receiver downfield, and that's what happened right there.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin, because he probably thought, Derek held on the ball so long, maybe he decided to run, so he decided to go and block somebody, and of course that was the wrong thing to do in that situation. 2nd
down and 10. Post in motion, handoff to Weston, and he has good yardage, 7 yards, but he's also fighting the clock as well as the Cardinal defenders. 2:50 remaining in the first half. Bring up 3rd down and 4.
So right now, I'm sure we're concerned about keeping our scoring touchdown, but we got to also make sure we keep the drive alive. We got to come up with a play that's going to get us 4 or 5 yards, and then we'll worry about the clock after that, Kev.
Always play right in front of your face now. Think one play at a time. Always a good football velocity. Hand off to Weston. He has an 80 yard, so that play was successful. Now the Falcons can look at the clock. 2:22 remaining in the first half. They have 1st down and 10. Ball on the Cardinals' 41-yard line.
I think what we've got to do too with our backs, I'm sure the coaches might point us out. Just look there, Chuck, instead of trying to put his nose to the goal line there. I think watching the way they were running earlier, we were running through a lot of tackles. Arm tackles in that secondary. Right now, I think we're trying to pick a little bit too much. I think if we start aiming for the goal line, we might be able to run through some people.
So we're now under 2 minutes. And Fletcher's going to look downfield. He has across the middle, Don Hauser, and that'll be close to 1st down yardage.
And there's a guy that won't do too much dancing. He gets the opportunity, he's going to hurt some people.
Fletcher had a chance to set up there on that pass.
it was a quick set. He switched, landed his foot in the rightful ball. If we get in the end zone, the way Jeff Wilkins has been kicking, maybe we could, we'll need probably not 15, maybe 20 yards to give him a fair shot at it.
So 1:30 remaining. Fletcher's going to drop back again. He has robbed Toffel over the middle, but that's an incomplete pass that was nowhere to be caught by Toffel. Good effort on his part. Good coverage by the Cardinals.
And really looking at the flag, guys, I don't think wind's going to be any factor. I think we might need that hurricane that's down in New Orleans right now to blow that thing. That's got to be one of the bigger ones I've seen.
So the Falcons now are faced with 3rd and short. They'll plug it forward here for the first down. If you think conservatively, maybe they'll put it up in the air if you're more of a fanciful football player or coach. 3rd and short. Hauser's going to bring all the Falcon power to the far side of the field. And off the west end, he is close. It looked like he had the opening, but now we'll have to see what the placement is. The Falcons may have to waste not only another down, but more time to get the first down. That'll stop the clock with the official timeout. Even in mind, the Falcons do still have 3 timeouts remaining, so they have that possibility of getting the ball in field goal position and having Jeff Wilkins go and make a try at 3.
It looks like he got it.
And that really Falcons 4 more plays to work with 1:11 remaining in the first half.
And I would venture to say here now that we've got to see one of the misdirection play again, guys, because that was probably the most successful play we had, in, especially the second drive for the touchdown.
So Jeff Stott is wide to this side of the field. Under 1 minute now. Pressure with a long count. Weston gets the carry, and he's all the way close for another 10 and a first down.
Yeah, that's
I believe we're getting very close to that point where Jeff Wilkins tried 3 points.
And that was a little inside counter there, and as we said, that's been one of our better plays tonight anyways. And of course, we get, what, 50 seconds, we're on, where'd you say, Ken, we're inside the 20?
We are now
just outside the 20.
1-yard line.
So we're probably at least 3 or 4 more plays in this. Kenny pointed out, you know, I think we're within just range right now because as I said, wind's not a factor, and boy, he's been kicking the ball.
Don't know what to get that special person for Christmas? Well, how about a priceless memories created by Roberts and Studio Photography? Call the Sun Studios today and find out about their Christmas specials. The telephone number is 799-2015.
So Falcons have a first down and 10 ball resting on the 21-yard line. I think they need just about 10 yards to get within reasonable distance, or at least a safer field goal. Right now, looking at close to a 3-yard attempt.
Yeah, at least because you see we're going to usually set up what, about 7 yards back, and he added 10 yards in the end zone, so that means 27, 37 yards, so it's roughly a 40-yarder, and that's a chip shot for most high school kids.
I'd love to see Jeff Wilkins get a chance if Falcons can't put it in the end zone like Ken said earlier. The way he's kicking tonight, he should be able to power that ball right through the uprights.
And even a field goal would give us that little bit of momentum we need in that second half coming out. Yeah.
Hauser switches sides to tight end. Lone back Marakovic. Falcons had everybody this side, and Fletcher's going to follow them right along. He'll take it all the way. And he'll be close to first down. He's on the 10-yard, so that will be first down. The Falcons no longer have the field goal with running like that because they are within scoring position. They have first down, goal to go on the 9-yard line.
The only problem is they're going to have to step a lot faster. Just before this, the last play, it took them almost 15 to 20 seconds to snap the ball.
The Mentor coach is signaling timeout. He wants to get goal line defense in there, so that'll stop the clock.
Right. Go ahead, Ken.
Falcons just have 32 seconds to work with now.
Yeah, that's what we needed right there because, Ken, you know, we got to get set up and had to get her set up and get it going. And, first they were trying to get some subs in and have to stop clock with time up to avoid, you know, some confusion, maybe, you know, make some critical mistake defensively to give us a score.
So the Falcons, well, I guess it's time to put a little coaching here up in the booth. We have time out, and we all now have to guess what will be the next call.
Well, they fired me after the last one where I'm the guy that said Derek's going to run some kind of a sprint out of rollout, and they ran Albert inside. So I'm going to let you guys do it at the time.
Okay. I think the most successful play at this point is the power play off of their left tackle. So I'm looking for Weston to follow Matt Marakovic and the dart right through the left side of our offensive line.
It's a pretty good call. Me, I'm the play-by-play man. I don't have to do this.
Well, we'll just assume John wants Derek Fletcher roll out again.
I'm going with John right now. We're set up for that rollout pass.
And there it is.
He sees Weston, but we'll get the ball off, and he had no choice but put it in the ground, just getting pressure there by the Cardinals. So
that was a smart move, because Weston, although it looked like it was open, there were 2 men maybe a half step away from him, and that could have been a disaster.
Not taking anything away from Derek. He's a good athlete, but doesn't have the height. And number 55 coming down on with an extra 5 inches above him, so he did make good play.
Probably looked like 5 feet.
And we're down to the nitty-gritty here, guys. We only have 27 seconds. Again, that's not a whole lot of time in high school, so we probably got to put the ball in the air.
We have a couple of timeouts left that will be able to stop things.
Fletcher once again going to roll out. He sees his receiver. He pulls back again. And he once again has to dump it off. You got to go against Fletcher on that move. He should have released the ball a lot sooner.
There's a flag there now, so now they're going to call for intentional grounding.
He waited too long. He's close to the goal line with his little time left. He should have had that ball up. Made the decision, runner pass.
They did a nice job of stopping that large defensive end from coming in on him, but it was just a fast move to try to get the first open, and it was over. That's your right. He got it from the ball.
So penalties against pass interference.
I thought maybe we might see this anyway. No, guys, a little play action that way, the formation, come back and throw something coming back against the grain there. You know, we've been kind of spurring out to the formation and having a difficult time getting people up. Let's see, maybe we get back against the grain here.
Oh.
Of course, the play action right now probably isn't going to fool anybody. It's just the idea of running people in maybe a little bit different direction, different pass routes.
One of our receivers decided to make a little room for himself out there.
Frank, I didn't see any receiver up there.
Well, there was somebody over in the sideline, Ken. I thought that's why I was even posting it within my own mind, the hole there, because he threw the ball within at least 5 yards, or within 5 yards. Somebody downfield, that had to be an eligible receiver.
Well, that's really going to hurt the Falcons because they have 19 seconds, 24 yards, so third down. So they got to play here to either score and probably call a timeout. That next has to come a timeout after they play. They decide to go to try to put it in or to go 3.
I'm a conservative person. I still want to see. I still want to see the power play over the left tackle.
Oh, you played back in 1928 or 29.
We didn't have passing back then.
The ball was too round and big. They played a pumpkin or something back then.
That may, though, not be a bad idea. A power play over the tackle to set up the field goal for Jeff Wilkins because Falcons have timeout. They want to place it where they need the ball to be because Eric Fletcher's arm is not sailing the ball in there, and 24 yards is not going to be an easy pass for him.
That's a good point, Kev. I think that's probably what the coaches are thinking. They want to probably come up with a play to get at least 10 or 12 yards, hopefully a touchdown, but at least we've got 9 minutes left and give us a shot at 3 points.
I think they're set up for a month play this time.
Lone back again. That's Marakovic. Wings are Connor and Weston, and number 22, Rob Tuffel is split in this side of the field. Fletcher down in their center, Renzo. Now, once going to have all our receivers to this side, it'll be counter to Weston, and he is going to go into the end zone. So we could not hope for anything more. It was a counter play that Ken had called, and it'll bring up 6 more points with 12 seconds remaining. Half good running by Chuck Weston.
And again, I think, we pat ourselves on the back. I think that's what the coaches wanted to do, was something was going to come up with about 10, 12 yards, and push with a guy like Weston run the ball. You can get 10 or 12. He may get 20 like we needed there in a touchdown. A great execution by the offense.
That was a beautiful run by Chuck Weston, and it seemed that he was putting his foot a lot easier in the grass. Didn't trip on that play.
So Jeff Wilkins will get to try his hit, but this time as a point after to a touchdown. That's up, and it's good. Wilkins is back in action this week, and he's 3 for 3 with his point afters.
He could have kicked that from 25 yards further back.
So the score now stays with 12 seconds remaining in the first half of this ballgame. The Austintown Fitch Falcons 21, Menor Cardinals 6.
And of course, there, defensively, they were really overly pass conscious, and I think it hurt them there because, up front, we didn't have much difficulty getting the ball in the secondary. Of course, Chuck did the rest on his own.
Well, John, now we have some time. Kevin and I would like you once again to tell us those 15 ways that you get from Austintown Menor. I mean, I went John's quick way day. We added 15 minutes to the time.
Those nice little communities that we travel through. We've seen all that nice farmland and lakes and
I will never ever forget. Back to action. Menor's a half covered down on their own 9-yard line. 7 seconds remaining in the half. Of course, seeing that I have no tenure on this group, ever suggesting that I made totally disregarded.
Anybody can drive on a 4-lane highway.
That's right, with a map in hand.
You got to drive on the gravel roads and dirt roads and.
For those of you who are more John and our age, we came up a lot of the way on Route 422, the whole way to Cleveland, and Kevin got his first look at what the country is really like in Ohio.
I own the Turnpike Interstates, and that's the way I think I want to keep it. But back to the ball game, with the Falcons going into the locker room with a 21-6 advantage, and they did what they had to do. They played good defense and played good offense.
Yeah, they're executing, as well, if not better than they did last one in the first half. The only thing I'm sure right now we're going to do, probably most of the halftime is going to be spent on trying to stop that little sprint out action that Menor is throwing out. That's probably the only thing we've got trouble stopping right now. So I think that's what's going to concentrate their halftime adjustments on.
Now, if you'll stand by, here comes Fabulous, Austintown Fitch High School Marching Band, under the direction of Mr. Mansell and Mr. Joseph Calabrini. Let's enjoy the band.
on Armstrong Cable. Third Channel 19, your comments are always welcome. Send your comments to Austintown Community Television, 4560 Falcon Drive, Austin, Ohio, 445. And remember to keep watching Austintown Community Television, Channel 19.
Time with the Falcons up 21-6, and the reporter from the Austintown Leader, the Bob Lottie, helps out the stats. Hey, Bob, let's hear some of the halftime stats.
Okay, as far as the first half statistics were concerned, Fitch wound 13 first down in the first half. All those are on the ground, by the way. Menor had 7 first downs, including 3 in the air. As far as ground game is concerned, Fitch did a bruising job in the first half, totaling 210 net yards on 30 rushing attempts. They were led in the first half by junior tailback Chuck Wesson, who rushed for 96 yards on 11 carries, including 1 touchdown. Other ball carriers for the Falcons in the first half, Albert Conner rushed 7 times for 43 yards and 1 touchdown. Also in the first half, Eric Fletcher kept the ball 6 times and rushed for 38 yards. Matt Marakovich, a junior fullback, 6 carries for 33 yards. And again, that gives Fitch a total of 210 net yards rushing. The Falcons have only 9 yards passing on 1 completion in 4 attempts, as again, they did not go to the air very much until late in the second quarter. One of the more foreboding stats for the Falcons, though, in the first half was penalties. They picked up 5 in the first half for 56 yards, including a pair of major penalties. Menor in the first half managed to gain 32 yards net rushing in just 8 rushing attempts, and quarterback Dan Galovic completed 6 of 10 passes for 35 yards, including his 11-yard connection to Trask for the touchdown, which put Menor on board. But Fitch very impressive with 219 total net yards on 34 snaps in the first half, while Menor has 67 net yards on 18 snaps in the first half. Both teams are also clicking well on third down, which is 5 out of 6 on third down conversions, and the Menor Cardinals, even though they haven't had the ball that much, are 4 out of 5 when they've had to go on third down. Menor's lost its own fumble the game. Fitch has fumbled twice, but has managed to pick up their own, and it's pretty much going to take care of it yet.
Thanks, Bob. And now back to our play-by-play announcer, Mr. Kevin Powers, our commentator, Mr. John Rourke.
And welcome back, Austintown, for the second half of our broadcast. I hope you were entertained by the Austintown Fitch High School marching band under the direction of Warren Snell and Joe Pellegrini. The Falcons have certainly entertained us here at the booth, and hope you at home as well, because they are up by a score of 21-6 over the Menor Cardinals. The Falcons have been impressive on both offense and defense, and they've been able to do a job out there this evening. Looking at what comes forward of the Falcons in the second half, they certainly must keep their offense going. And on defense, they got to contain that rollout pass and force Menor into longer passing situations and avoid Menor getting forward on that 3- and 4-yard short yardage passes that they've used.
Okay, we talked to the coaches. We're sitting right next to them here, and what was happening there, we were having a physical mental breakdown there. We were going with the wrong receiver, and they feel they had that adjustment made for the second half.
And Falcons there have made an adjustment. They've gone to squib kick, and there it's been successful because it keeps the Cardinals inside their own 20-yard line, and they'll have to start there on the 19. John Bush, number 79, was on the stop there for the Falcons. Looking at what Menor must do in this half in order to stay in the game, certainly they have to be able to keep offensive drives going. They did only 1, and that did put them 6 points on the board. Also, they must stop the Falcons. There's no other way about it. Our offense has been moving, and they have to first stop us on the ground. And Galovic starts off for the Cardinals, and he gets stuck under number 87, Matt Starry, number 48, Matt Marakovich, both there, forcing Galovic to throw early and to throw the ball incomplete.
I think this is probably what the Menor staff's thinking right now, Kevin, the fact that, they give us football, and most people do have a difficult time, making us, with 3 downs a punt. We do an excellent job of controlling the football and getting that clock up. When you're down by a couple scores, you got to think about scoring right now and putting some points on the board. Can't afford to use too much of the clock doing it.
Galovic going to roll out and pass again. He has his receiver, number 38, but drops the ball. Jeff Cost, that's exactly what we're talking about. The Falcons are going to have to stop that right there. The Cardinals stopped themselves, but they've been relying on the short passes to get there 3 or 4 yards where you would normally rely on a run.
No, yeah, it's just a ball control type thing anyways. They're only throwing it 8 yards, make 10 yards at the most downfield. And those are high percentage passes and easy to complete. And in most cases, very difficult defense are stuck because the ball's not in the air that long.
So the Falcons now have the advantage because the Cardinals third and there. That successful call. The Falcons were not prepared for it, and Dick Fletcher finally makes a stop with an assist by Ross Toffel, number 22, but not after the Cardinal carrier picks up 15 yards.
I was just saying before that they had 22 yards rushing first half. The only really successful play was a draw. Most of it was that draw. They came back. The pass was attached the only that kept them going really except for that one long run.
The Cardinals have come frequent flyers here tonight. They do put the ball in the air a lot, and it looks like they're setting up for another pass, possibly that flare, and that's what it is. And once again, Cost drops the ball. It's rolled incomplete. Well, now he's not only facing the Falcon defenders out there, Galovic, he's also facing his receivers who've been dropping the ball.
And going back to the draw play, and probably the reason that's so successful is that, you know, you've got the linebackers involved in the pass coverage there now, and because they run people, they put 4 and 5 people into the pass routes, you know, they almost forget about the run, and that's why, you know, it's almost like the element of surprise. They're able to pick up a big game once they buy this on-rushing lineman.
Going back again, and it looks like they're setting up for another pass. And they're going to run the same exact play. They're going to give Koss another chance. That time Galvic went right because he threw the ball way over Koss. Right now, it seems Men has only one philosophy to put the ball up in the air. They see that's the only way to get themselves back into this ball game.
Yeah, I guess they probably just see the fact, Kevin, you know, they're not going to be able to really sustain any kind of a running game against us. And again, right now, they're still battling clock because they know if we get football, they haven't really, you know, stopped us on any particular drive yet.
Another interesting point, they are down 3 touchdowns, down 15 points basically, because they did miss the extra point. So that put them farther behind and the score would appear. And they have a complete pass there. That was number 10 on the reception, Kirk Duncan, and he has a big play for the Cardinals. He's going to pick up he's going to pick up close to 20 yards on the play. They're in Falcon territory, ball resting down to 45.
Something great down there. Tom Chipfield on the trying to cover 2 receivers. And then he led the first one over and looked at the second, and then all of a sudden the pass was given to the across the middle.
Menners and giving Falcon defenders much time to get ready. And a nice play out there. Rolled incomplete. Eric Fulcher made a nice play. Good defensive play. He slapped that receiver and made him pay for the reception.
A good play by Gary now. You know, he's right now the hub of the offense. You know, he's making that kind of a tackle. You know, fortunately, you know, he's sustaining an injury.
Coach's next quarter, we're screaming they had a reception on the hip. He bumped the ball over the tires. That's not the official stuff.
We'll go instant replay. We might notice that better. They'll bring out second down and 10. It's going to be a running. It's going to be counter draw basically. It's going to get 5. Pretty successful in that draw today.
John Pellet did a nice job of making contact.
A good open full tackle by Pallet. Well, what's happening now is that the Falcons are being caught off guard here a little. Luckily for Dick Fletcher, and he made a nice play. Otherwise, the Cardinals were on a roll. They'd go right back up to the line of scrimmage after that big play, and they're trying to somehow wear down the Falcons as one of their tactics on offense. 10:28 remaining in the third period. This game's going by awfully slow, and it only gets slower with the Cardinals putting the ball up in the air so much. Galvic pulls out. He had an open receiver, but the receiver falls. And that's going to go to a Pallet, and the interception. He had a diving catch, and he scooped that. Nice play by Tuck Falcon. So that's another turnover for the Falcons tonight. Jeff Galeno had a fumble recovery in the second period that resulted in 6 Falcon points.
They kind of went against what they've been doing, you know, most of the ball game up to this point. They tried to throw it all up deep, and of course the underthrew in there, and Todd, of course, made a great catch there. He got that ball right off the top of the grass.
So the Falcons are now over 2 games plus 3 in the takeaway giveaway department, and they have yet to relinquish the ball on a fumble or interception. So first down and hand right up the middle of Marakovich, and he tripped up at 30-yard line, pick up a 5.
There we go. We're going to hold that ball in. Plus, we're going to go inside and so on. As long as we can get that started and hold on to that football, we're going to grind out and kill a lot of time.
So the Falcons have 9:35 remaining in the third period to work with on this, their first drive of the second half.
The turnover's probably going to take a lot out of Menor right now, especially if we could get some kind of sustained drive going.
And the counter, Weston. We're having a little motion against the Falcons that was facing Cook out here on a long motion that's going to be called against them. Doesn't matter either way, they're going to gain nothing on the play. So that'll give the Falcons back 5, and it'll eradicate the 5 Marakovich picked on his first carry. Bring a second down and 10. Interesting, it seems the Falcons once again have come out here in the second half on offense and don't seem to have the spark they usually do to begin the game. And it doesn't help when you're initially plagued by a mistake.
As we talked about at halftime, guys, you know, we still are a relatively young football team, and this is only the second ball game of the year, so, you know, we're going to probably see a few of those mistakes. Hopefully, you know, this is the last ball game because we can't afford to have against next week's opponent.
And to Weston, he has a hole, and he's going to pick up 5, so he get back that penalty very rather quickly. They'll bring 3rd and 5.
If you notice, the Cardinals have made an adjustment. Now they move linebackers from the middle of the gap, a lot closer to the line, and they're not taking the initial 1-step back at all. Taking a step forward, trying to close up the gap in the hole. But the Falcons are still doing an excellent job of lead blocking on that play.
And those Falcons up runner, Hauser, Bush, Nasco, Galeno, Submergent, Fitzpatrick, and Dorenzo have been doing a good job this evening. Fletcher holds out. He has Weston wide open in the flats, and now it's a foot race with Weston's speed wing right there, and gets him out of bounds after the first down, plus a lot more. So they'll pick up around 16 on play, and they're just shy of the midfield.
And of course, the coaches noticed what you did, Danny. That's how you attack that counteract. You know, they don't went right now to the outside. Linebackers get caught up inside, and you know, sometimes they're responsible for getting or take some of the backs out of the backfield.
So first down and 10 for the Falcons. 8:08 remaining in third period. Jeff Scott, number 10, lines up wide this side of the field. Handoff is to Marakovich, and he picks his own hole, and it's one enough for 5 yards.
That's a beautiful step back. He took the initial step toward the hole was closed, was open on back to his right, and then his side step and went up that 90 yards. Made 6 yards off right.
So right now, I was premature in my judgment of the Falcons looking lackluster because they're starting to establish a nice drop here, and ball control is what they need to finish this game out with a victory. Handoff to Connorith, and he still goes. Nice running by Albert. He fumbles ball, and it'll be a close call. I think Falcons were able to recover. Thankfully, there was a lineman downfield.
So he sort of scooped the ball back into Connorith's hand.
And it was Jeff Scott who's out there assisting Albert after that fumble. So the Falcons will maintain possession and have a first down on the Cardinals' 40-yard line.
And that's the last thing we need now is a turnover, because right now, you know, we've got that thing kind of under control, especially the momentum of the game, and that would kind of turn things the other way, and we don't need that now.
Fletcher at the helm. Number 42 is now in at tight end for the Falcons. That's John Hawkich. Fletcher rolls out, and he's going to keep the ball, and he'll get about 4 yards on that first down carry.
Now we're into 6.5 minutes into the third quarter. The Falcons have already gone off over 3.5 minutes, over 4 minutes out on the clock. And it's against the ball control. I would have liked at that point to see Derek ball up to the second. For the first time I saw one of our receivers having losing steps deep at the deep defensive back.
Once again, Hawkins switch sides tight end. Handoff is to Connorith, and he has enough for first down yardage. The nice thing about the fucking backs tonight is they find the hole, and it may not be big. They're getting through. They're running hard, and they're lowering their shoulder and getting the yardage.
And right now they're a little bit too physical for Menor. Guys are just really dominating the line of scrimmage. And, you know, the thing we pointed out here a little bit earlier, when they have that turnover, I think it took something out of it. And of course, us sustaining the drive here is kind of really putting them down in the dumps.
Well, a timeout's been called, and apparently has been by the Menor Cardinals, so they'll have 2 remaining for this half, and 6:08 remaining in the first half.
Once again, we'd like to thank our sponsors who are right the program, Kamar Jewelers who are involved in, photography, and Kamar Jewelers have special message once again for that art craft last week. There's a very special promotion right now. Do it on South Beach last week. Brings from the other school here. They offer a series on what to care of the team. So please, check out price starting low is $77.95. Kamar Jewelers has zero picture. Let's get the affordable and just on the corner the left line.
And right now, let's take a chance to go over the offense that is in the field, who's sustaining this drive very well. Tight end right now is number 49 for the Falcons. 42, excuse me, John Makovich. He's replaced Don Hauser. Tackles are Push and Mascot, guards Golino, Sargent, also Patkin in there. And split end is Scott and Rod, Jeff Scott and Rod Toffel, who alternate. Handoff is right up the middle to Maravich, but he doesn't have much daylight, and he'll get about 2 on carry.
And of course, what's got to be going through Menor's mind is they got to start probably thinking about maybe gambling a little bit defensively, you know, maybe take some risks as they did take earlier, because now we're down to this Ken one with 5:45 left in the third quarter, and you know the clock working against them, so they got to do something now to try and get the ball back in a hurry.
They are showing the signs of fatigue out there. It kind of seems like they made the drive up to Menor. Second down and 8, ball resting on the 27-yard line, the Menor Cardinals. Weston shoots right up the middle of the left spark, and he's close to first down yardage. Continue that on the men having to stop the Falcons to do something fast. It's a good to mention the conditioning of the Falcons right now, because they don't seem to be getting tired, and they have not lost the momentum like they did against Cheney. So coaches have this week corrected that problem, and see a Falcon team out that area that's ready to sustain the drive and maintain their lead.
And fine play by the Falcons, especially scoring the defensive line for the Cardinals taking a step back instead of trying to gamble and try to close up the run before it gets past it.
Well, we seem to have a timeout on the field and in charge of Menor, and I don't think that's what the coaches of Menor Cardinals wanted, but now they take their second timeout, and they have 1 remaining in the ballgame.
Give me that message again from the athletic department about the tickets for next week game against Cardinal Mooney at the Youngstown State University Stadium. Those of you who have season tickets and pick the tickets from 6 to 7 p.m. on Wednesday. The rest of the general public pick the tickets 7 to 8 p.m. on Wednesday and 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday. That's all. Once again, I remind you that there are no spectator buses crowding the Youngstown sneak for the price of $1 to get on that bus and avoid about quiet now at University. So one thing, it's just to pick up their tickets Thursday during all the lunch periods. And they also have appearances for students for $1.
So back to action on field, 5 minutes remaining in his third period. Bob to Phil wide out to the far side of the field. And he comes in and Hawkins switches sides. Continuing a lot of formation changes. And off to the Weston. And he'll gain up 3 to bring up second down and 7.
Pretty good, and there's something else to think about too defensively. Now the flexing to the unbalanced fine, Kevin. And now do you slide or do you stay where you're at and really creating problems? Just as we pointed out earlier, a very tough offensive defense. When we get her in here, too many teams around it and can shut us down.
The execution by the offense has been perfect tonight, or close to it. And it seems to be continuing right now. Hand to Markovich, and he doesn't get much in the play. It'll bring up a third down and 6.
We went to a tight formation there, more or less. Something that we haven't been doing much of. We're kind of surprising a little bit. Of course, Menor had a gang of people in there, and that was the first time a long time that stopped for practically no game.
Right now, Falcons are in control. All they have to do is keep this drive going. And it seems like they're heading for another 6 on boards.
They picked up the ball at 2 minutes and 20 seconds with love going at, and this board it's down to 3 minutes and 40 seconds.
Fletcher will throw this one, and that's right in the hands of number 35, Jason Costa. He gets a reception, but he'll pick up only 3. And so they'll help out a 4th down situation. With such a lead of 21-6, there's no doubt that Coach Hartman will go for it on 4th down. It's
very seen the way we're looking at it, but it looks as if the ball is barely ready to go for start.
So they will measure it maybe first down yardage, but it's 4th and short, and this is 4 down territory. And the Falcons are about a ball length short, maybe even less than that, so they'll definitely go for it here, and I see no point in them being actually stopped, because the way they've been controlling the line of scrimmage, this half yard will not be very difficult.
Boy, I love your optimism.
Yeah, he's somewhat confident, man.
Well, you're right. I don't think coaches even for a second thought they were looking for a hill. I think they say he slid it tight. They didn't real tight.
I think we'll go back to what you like earlier, Cam. We're going to run up our left side here, I think, Albert Connor.
And we have 2 tight ends in. And right over the side goes Albert Connor. That should be enough. It sure wasn't as explosive as I had a preview.
Connor is a seeking. I have to use the word seeking. There are times he takes that first step immediately and accelerate down. He doesn't have a blind speed once into the skin there. Maybe as a breakaway runner. The fact is he takes that first step and he's already full steam ahead. At that point, he was tempo really at the line of scrimmage and he had the power going up 2 or 3 yards.
And he has power and also get the first down because the Falcons now have first down goal ball resting on the 7-yard line. Fletcher has a lone back, Markovich behind him. Handoff is West, and he sees the end zone, and he has no problem in skating right into it. Another score with 2:50 remaining here in the third period. The Falcons go up by 6 more.
They seal that way for toughness all the way down the line. The left side of the offensive line went down to take care of the cornerback. The outside linebacker on the line. Right side took care of the line. There was just one big aisle away. Toughness can go into no Cardinals in this one.
So Jeff Wilkins will get to attempt his 4th PAT. He's successful on 3 so far this evening. It's up, and it's right through. So Wilkins has been perfect tonight on point after the touchdowns. And that'll bring the score to Austintown Fitch 28, Menor Fighting Cardinals 6.
It was a good time to try to bring it to the level against shot. It's really funny to talk to the people at Austintown. Obviously, I'm a team of Austintown title, so it's John Rourke. And Kevin graduated with good honors from Austintown Fitch. And the fact that is very proud of the school, as all the community should be proud of the school. We have administrative staff that have done everything possible, physically sound activities, trying to guarantee nothing but fun for our school. And we hope so very much that the people of Austintown will come out in November, vote for that school.
That
that was number 33, taking it for the Cardinals, Jason Bora, and he had to catch it right in the fly end. The Cardinals will start on their 25-yard line. It's interesting that we've gone to the squib kick now. I thought we were being effective with Wilkins kicking off, but I guess the coaches weren't satisfied with the ball getting too close to the 30-yard line.
Is that Wilkins to kick that? I'm really good to see the numbers. 7 and 10, I thought maybe somebody else was in there, and that's the reason why.
His last 4 kicks have been squib kicks, so there's a change there by the coach staff.
Well, it could really be that once again we're being ready for the next game. The Cardinals really aren't started that quick ways we need. But as John pointed out, Cardinal Mooney obviously has all the speed and the rest of our team, so they were the target.
And that's what we've been alluding to all night, that other Cardinal team that will be traveling to Youngstown State Standby Stadium, and we will be on the turf against the Mooney Cardinals. So,
you want me to tell you how to get there, Kev?
No, John, we're going to get there in 15, 20 minutes.
It'll probably involve the South Avenue Bridge. And, oh, that was a nice play there by number 79, Jim Bullock. That was number 72, Richard Chuck, rather, and he put Galovic, down to the turf. But he was able to get the reception off for completion and bring a third down short.
You ever been to New Middletown or Petersburg, Kevin?
So that's where the stadium is next to me.
That's on the way.
Third down short. And
this guy's pretty behind by 22 points in running football, so I don't think they've conceded.
That's interesting that they not want to run, and they don't get them a first down, so they're already out to their own 41-yard line.
There are some substitutions going now for Falcon. Now that way, unfortunately, there was a little bit too much arm tackling, and they weren't making that crisp tackling.
Menor once again is coming to the line of scrimmage very quickly, and Falcons not have time to adjust. And so Menor will pick up 5. What happens is the Falcons will set up their defense, and they will also send their strong safety to the strength of the offense, so they may have to make that switch. And then if there's any defensive calls on, then defense must switch after the offense comes to the line of scrimmage. So they're trying to switch, but the offense is coming out quickly doing a fast count, so that's starting to disrupt the Falcons' defense. Low back behind Galovic. He hands off right up the middle, and it's going to pick up. This is interesting there. Running ball.
Kind of a surprise to me,
I'm sure that their coaches saw that. Apparently, we weren't too concerned with the flag and the fell in motion. At that particular moment, there was one defender for the Falcons out there with 2 wide receivers.
Cardinals will try to get a playoff before the end of the quarter, but it won't happen because that will end the third quarter of this ballgame with the Austintown Fitch Falcons having 28 points on the board and the Menor Fighting Cardinals having 6.
Maybe they lost their quarterbacks. I know they're asking a few plays back because he got hit while playing football, but look and see, they going with the same quarterback. I thought maybe that was the reason why they were keeping the ball on the ground, because they lost their first quarter. I see still in there.
And so we all have to wonder about Menor's offensive strategy here, because they came out in the third quarter and they just put the ball up in the air, no question about it. Now they'll have to see what they can do, because they only have 12 minutes to work with in order to make up a big deficit here, a 22-point deficit. You know, you gotta be glad about the Falcons' offense, because they have already in 2 games put 21 points on the board in each game. If you score 4 touchdowns a game, there's not many teams that can beat you.
They would be remiss. How about a break a second? They gave up line to recruit back
Galovic facing a 3rd and short. He hands off to number 49, who has first down yards, and he gets about 5 more. That ball carrier was Greg Huss, the fullback. We haven't heard much from him tonight. So, Ken, you were remiss about something?
We're after we find out, we have some mighty fans up here today. We're one that drove all the way up here to root on the victory.
Probably taking the better route.
But the problem is, I understand there's second in a place with $1 million around.
I guess they're going buggy, okay?
Galovic has the receiver open up, but he's almost picked up by Fletcher. Todd Powell stopped Fletcher from getting an interception. Powell brought it, I have one tonight. I want to be the leader in interceptions. Just a little mild humor here in the 4th period.
I'm sure you know who was thinking it, but it was funny. It was 2 Falcons. They didn't go for a ball.
More Kevin Powers' tongue-in-cheek irreverence.
I like that. I like that.
So we're going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals. They're in Falcon territory, ball resting on the Falcons' 44-yard line. 34, that makes memories. 2nd down and 10. Galovic on the draw, and once again are this time not as successful. They're only going to pick up 2. So the Falcons have responded to that quickly on that stop is Campbell, Hauser, and DeJock.
His linebackers in the race out there. that particular time. You know, they were, before retreating, look for receivers, crossing receivers and what have you, almost neglecting or ignoring that fullback. And that particular time they didn't. First time all night, I think we stopped that for almost no gain.
So 3rd down and long. Alovic off straight back, pop at nice reception by number 85, no tracks. He has the 1 touchdown reception, and he'll have it for a first down. There's that pop pass, and that was effective.
I'll tell you what, Alovic was so hard. He threw that ball, and he released it, but that's in risk of the downward motion. He hit it a Falcon's helmet. So it was stopped right there.
Replacements come in the game. Number 72, Trent Mescal, an offensive tackle, comes in to take his defensive tackle position. Right now, number 73 is down on the field. That is Rich Shaw. Looking forward to next week's Saturday night game against Cardinal Mooney down at YSU Stadium. The Falcons now are starting to go into SVC play, and it always is intensified one step above some of the other teams Falcons have played so far this year and will play. So the Falcons have to overcome adjustment to the turf, which is always 8 speed, which Ken said earlier, Mooney Cardinals do have a lot of speed. And also the Falcons will have to go against an offense that is power-based. They run that straight out of the Mooney Cards, and they come right at you. So our defense will have to be ready to stop them down at YSU Stadium.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Chuck is doing well with the minutes on that field, but it looks like it is something that's not overly serious enough to call attention to it. But we certainly can't do something like that next week.
Next week will be an excellent game, and I hope that many Falcons supporters can come out and see Falcons play next week. It should be a nice night for football, as tonight has been, and I thank once again all Falcons who did drive up here to see our team play against the Menor Cardinals.
And our offense is going to get a real test next week because Mooney, their opening ball game, they played, I think, Zastville Edgewood, and did not allow them a first down for the entire football game. So they do have one of their typical strong defensive football teams.
Falcons also have pride on the line. Last year they did not win SVC game. They lost to Moon 7-3, so they're looking to go inside YSU Stadium to avenge that loss.
I'm afraid they're looking at knee injuries are something that are not easy to take care of. I certainly hope it's not serious, but I'm sure they'll wish out of the ball game and immediately start rehabilitating the knee.
Rich's down linemen and knee injuries are prevalent among down linemen. When you're in the trenches and you have to explode off the line, the possibility of your leg caught in on a cross block or something like that is very real. So hopefully Rich the Chuck will not be that seriously injured. Once again, we'd like to thank the 2 area businesses, Kamara Jewelers and Robertson Studio Photography underwriting cost. This is not good news, but it's probably a preventive measure more than anything else. The trainers are bringing the stretcher out onto field.
The thing we could point out too is the fact that the kids, Kevin, you're probably more familiar with this than I am. Those knee braces that are required to wear, and still, it's amazing that they still suffer this type of injury with that kind of protection.
You know, the knee brace is there to keep that knee from sliding. It really does prevent the side blow more than anything else. But the initial blow on the front is still possible. With knee pads are not that thick. Obviously, you guys don't remember. Players have a rich shot, gives 100% all the time. That is not a pretty picture.
No, but hopefully that's more preventive, as I mentioned, instead of very serious, because they do bring them off on the stretcher, and they'll take a look at them over on the sidelines. So play will resume 10:38 remaining in the ball game. Men are starting out 1st and 10 on the Falcon 31-yard line. Quickly, the ball carrier stopped by Hauser, number 80. Also in there is number 72, Trent Mascola, and number 79, John Push.
Kalina was flying in there too with Don Hauser. It looks like, okay, you whatever else, we're going to stop you right now.
So we bring up 2nd and long. Probably a passing situation for the Cardinals. Looks like a flat pass, and then we do have men out there. They have a receiver open, and he makes the reception, and he's out of bounds. So that will be a big pickup down there.
Wave off. He's out of bounds.
I was looking for a referee to make a signal there, and I didn't see one, and there was a referee. The side judge down here near the 3rd down mark was able to make the call. So that'll be incomplete 3rd down long now.
That play will run back about 50 times during practice, so we figure out just what happened, how he got it all along when we were covering every other receiver.
You know what happened? They've been setting up that flare with number 38 cost out of the backfield, and our coverage people are trying to cover that. And nice play. Matt Sorry comes in and makes his first sack, and so does John Push. They'll both get a sack on that one, and that'll take Cardinals back a good 7 yards. So now they're 4th and long, and it is a punting situation.
Well, that's something we need a lot of. That wasn't a blitz. It was something down lineman who it looked at the screen tried to do stuff really, and they just got in front of him. There's no way he do anything except go down.
Fletcher is back deep, and punt is blocked by number 87, Sorry, and it's Hubbard, number 22 total. So after making a second match start, has a little adrenaline in the system enough to come up and block a punt. Two big plays from number 87, the outside linebacker.
I think his fingers are going to be slipped because what he did is he just smacked the ball with his left hand.
So nothing good happening for the Falcons. Now 9-11 remaining in this ball game. We'll probably start to see a lot of different people in there now because the Falcons do have a comfortable lead.
Don't forget about Tuesday in the big affiliate. You're going to watch the film of this country game and listen to Coach his explanations and that's at 7:30 every Tuesday in the big affiliate.
Correct, that's no longer film anymore. They've stepped up video technology, and I don't want to insult in any way the film industry in this great country. Well, Minner gets the fumble there by number 34, Al Clarence, and they get a break, but it comes with 8:30 remaining in the ball game, so now they get the ball back quickly. It should stop during the transition. It did for a brief moment, I suppose. We're not arguing, though.
I never done officials.
Gallup will roll out. And he had a receiver right across. Don Hauser's all over them, and he's probably fortunate to drop the ball. 8:04 now remaining in the ball game.
And hopefully, as you guys point out, everything is all right with the rest of the chop because next week we're going to need everybody at 100% and healthy because we all know it's that's a real war with the Mooney Cardinals. It's going to be a real physical ball game, and we hope that we come out of this ball game without too many bumps and bruises.
It's hard to see the Falcons really energetic late in the fourth quarter because that is where the Mooney Cardinals really bring it down to the fourth quarter.
Now Mirror must have decided to open up their playbook because now they just ran often. I think they've really conceded this ball game and they're going to experiment. And speaking of injuries, it doesn't look good because I think that number 9 Derek Fletcher down, and he's a pivotal part of both offense and defense. And it looks like another leg injury.
It looks like a cramp. It would go with the cramp.
I was joking. I was hoping that's what it was with Rusty Chuck, but that was afraid when I put the binoculars on the killer jump or say anything in Jeff because
it is cramp.
But this one I think is a crimp.
Well, we know about those cramps from muscular people.
Trey, cramps are always prevalent on evenings like this.
What kind of evenings?
We don't know. We have never ever had a decision on whether it was hot, humid evenings or whether it was cool or colder evenings. So we'll just keep it as it's an evening for cramps. We'll leave it to you, the viewing audience, to decide. You can call a 900 number to decide. It only costs you 50 cents. We got to invest in that, a 900 number. Oh yes, are we being frivolous here tonight? So that was for 29 Chuck Campbell, who's injured, not Derek Fletcher. He comes off the field, so must have been cramped, and he'll back soon enough. Number 37 comes in to replace him. It's Jeff Cockey. He'll take over the strong safety position. So 3rd down and 9. Suddenly 3rd down and 9. 7:46 remaining in this ball game. They're setting up pass, and he has a receiver again. This time it is a good reception. He's down the 20-yard line. Reception was made by number 26, Ryan Berry, the wingback.
Oh, look at that man open. That's the 3rd time.
Yeah, and the real there, it's kind of hard to figure out because there wasn't anything real fancy about that pass, right? He just ran kind of a simple down out, and he was wide open.
Well, I think what's happening is that they're fighting the one side of the field receiver and have that flare man out of the backfield. So the corner or strong safety has to come up and cover him. The half will take another receiver, probably split, and the linebacker has to come across and pick that receiver who's getting the reception. So the problem is the linebackers are not having a good read and they're not getting there fast enough. Gallivic throws, and he has the same man again, number 26. That's Ryan Berry, and he's inside the 5-yard line down to the 3. So the Cardinals are quickly back to scoring position.
Now that time, John, he simply had all kinds of time pass. And I don't know how long the defense had to gain all those receivers out.
And the only thing I'm thinking is, right now, the thought going through my mind is, Mooney doesn't throw the ball that much. And hopefully, we can do the type job we normally do against the run. Yeah, obviously right now we're having a problem in our secondary.
Handoff is right up the middle. It's going to be close, but not enough. They'll unpile it. And knee pads loose on the field. So they'll get tied out for someone to regain that. They'll gain just about 1 on the play, so bring up 2nd down, go ball resting on about the 2-yard line.
And we're now into the 6 minutes and 44 seconds to go. The clock is really running out on the Metro.
Goal line defense is in. And it seems high up the ball carrier. They're not going to mark it into the end zone. It's going to be shy about just the nose of the ball.
The runner tried to repo the punt. We think much of a lead.
But it was a try, and it was effort.
That's probably just a sign of the fatigue. Kevin pointed out several times. It looks like we're in a little bit better shape than they are physically here, and I think probably Menor is kind of obviously tired right now.
And that will get tight down. And Menor, with 5:59 remaining in the ballgame, is able to put 6 more onto the board. So that'll bring them up to 12 points. 13, no, 12.
And tried onside kick team. Last week, 2 of them tried on us.
Well, this didn't make their play calling even more mysterious back there at the end of the third quarter. Why? All of a sudden they decided not to throw the ball, and they ran the ball about 6 or 8 times in a row. And here, we're again quite successful throwing football, but you look up the clock, there's only 6 minutes left.
So they will now try for the 2 points. Obviously, they had no choice, being down this much. Alvick will roll up. This time he's going to go for it himself. The first, yes, nice play there by number 9, Derek Fletcher, number 79, John Poole, number 1, Toto Palak. They all stop him just shy of the goal line, and that's where Menor will end its drive, getting 6 points. Score now, Austintown Fitch 28, Menor fighting Cardinal 12.
First now, what did you call that? Kick receiving team, the onside kick?
Hands team.
Hands team.
Hands team, those people out there who have the best receiving abilities, quickness. Of course, I was never on the hands team, I want you to know. Ken was ready. I was on the 15. Yeah, Ken was ready to jump on it. I saw it, I just wanted to seal us under. Receiving was not my forte.
It is strange when you're going to get onside kick. See the people up front, the smaller guys up front, as opposed to the bigger, stronger guys. They don't fit them out of the end zone.
And it will be an onside kick. And number 1 O'Palk will cover it. It's always exciting because on the onside kick, the purpose of the men in the second row is come up, and hit as many of men people as possible and knock them away from the receiver.
What they call head knockers.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Menor, they did do just that.
It was amazing. We used to have more volunteers for those particular guys. Because some guys just like to do that because, as Kevin pointed out, he used to want to knock down some of the opposition. Other designated people more or less trying to recover the kick. But all the people just went down and tried to knock people away from the football.
Again, we can say we have to give a hand to the hand team. Oh yes, it's getting late.
Good night.
And there's the penalty flag after Connor plunges forward 4. That's number 31 carrying. That was first carry. That was not out. That was Mike Ockel. He's a junior. And that will be procedure against the Falcons. That will come back 5. First down, 4-15 now.
And really, you look at the scoreboard, this is kind of similar to last week. It seemed like we totally dominated, especially this football game, dominated the game, but we're only up by 16 points. And there's still 5:28 to go in the fourth quarter.
This game is not flying by. Although we have to keep in mind they started at 8 o'clock, and not unusual so much playing play, but it's now 5 minutes after the game. We still have probably 8 minutes left to go again, and that obviously 5 minutes is going to be long.
And many miles of road ahead of us. First down, 15. Hand off to Wesson. He has an opening. He'll be back to the original line of scrimmage on the 48-yard line. We are now right at 5 minutes.
And probably about maybe 2-3 first downs will be up the clock if we can get some kind of a sustained drive going. But right now we got like 2nd and 10. So
Chuck Wesson, 60 paces target, 21 yards.
So that's our first 100-yard ball carry of the season. He also has 2 touchdowns to add that, a 24-yard one and a 7-yard one. Both one in the second and one in the third period. Fletcher at the helm with a 2nd and 10. Handoff is number 31, Sucko, and he has to climb over the line of scrimmage to get a few yards. He'll be close to midfield.
As far as the, I guess, offense put out a fullback slot.
So now just 4 minutes remaining, and like John said, 1-2 first down, so he can take this one home.
We all get 3rd and 8. I doubt whether they're going to put the ball up in the air, so my favorite play again is probably that little inside counter guy. Just see what happens.
So 3rd down and long, hand off Wesson, and he'll get 3 more to add to his 121 that he had so far.
Chuck is skipping the outside. We're going to get another touchdown.
They on the playing team, I think, going to the 2nd time this evening, if I am correct, and they will put one up.
Yeah, the opening drive, they pushed it punt, I believe.
And possibly this is the 3rd time. I think punted one other time. Like I said, and I knew these guys would challenge me, I said it was only one time. This will be our second punt.
Now, if Phil does his normal job, he'll have a high kick. He's pressured that on him.
And a receiver will get on the 12, but he'll be swarmed out quickly by number 42. That's John Mahakovich. Also in there is number 35,